All right, Sammy G Live back at you, baby. Here we go again. First thing I want to do is I want to give some mad props to Stephen Rose. I would think he's probably Houston Texans' #1 fan. He wears his cape, he wears his face makeup, he goes to all the home games, he's a season ticket holder. It's nothing personal, Stephen, it's just entertainment. So we're going to conduct an interview with Stephen here in a few minutes to talk about his Texans. Once again, I'd like to say I made 4 bets this year online. Only one person kind of paid off, and that was Stephen Rose. He paid 30 of a $40 bet off. So hats off to you, Stephen, and thank you for the payoff. I got the hat hanging on the wall up there. I didn't get to get my name put on the side, but that's all right too, because at least you are one of the people who paid me off. Well, let's get on with this. Let's have a little chat with Stephen Rose, Houston Texans' #1 fan. First thing I want to know, Stephen, is I know your teams went through a hard year this year. Y'all started out on that great winning streak, and us Cowboy fans heard a lot of shit from y'all all year long about y'all were going to the Super Bowl, y'all were going to win the the AFC Championship, and y'all were going to host 7 players in the Pro Bowl. Man, we just heard it all year long. So now that the year's over, let's get to some of these hard-hitting questions. Steve, tell me what you think about the quarterback there in Houston. And Stephen replied with this.
And Matt Schaub, I'm already had it with you. You can take a hike. I don't want you here anymore on this team. I have been taken up for you for 7 seasons. I'm done. I'm through with it.
Okay, Stephen, now, I know you're a little fired up about your team, buddy, and it's okay to be fired up about them. I understand that. Football's kind of an emotional thing. But while we're here, don't hold back now. I mean, now you really don't mean that, do you, Stephen, what you just said? Do you really mean that? Here's what Stephen had to say.
Super Bowl. Then we barely beat the Bengals, which that should have happened. I think the Bengals were that bad more than we were that good. So now New England's up 38-13. It's a joke. Kubiak and Schaub, y'all spit on the face of this team. The defense is straight. I'd say get rid of Brandon Harris. You're a joke, number 26. Get rid of number 31, Kalu, whatever the fuck his name is. He's having a lot of penalties. Get him the fuck out of here. I'm not. And then also get rid of Glover Quinn. You can get the fuck out of here too. Kareem Jackson, I really don't know what else we could do with you. You're horrible man-to-man. So I say if you want, we can keep you around, I guess, for another season to see how that pans out. We need to go find another coach and a new quarterback and take this thing to a new direction. Because honestly, with this team, we're never going to win a Super Bowl. We're never going to beat New England or Pittsburgh or any of these playoff teams that are deep in the playoffs like this. We didn't deserve it. We don't even deserve to make the playoffs. I'm embarrassed to even be seen on public talking about this, but you know, I'm a diehard Texan fan, as you can see. I'm still going to rep my Texans football. I'll be on this bitch next year with my band of misfits, and we'll be on.
Okay, Stephen, calm down just a little bit, man. Whoo, take the bag off your head, breathe, something, bro. Must be hell to be the #1 fan and put a bag on your head. Man. Okay, so you're not happy with your coach and quarterback. Let's get this straight. Is that right, Stephen Rose? Here's what Stephen had to say.
And a new quarterback and take this thing to a new direction. Because honestly, with this team, we're never going to win a Super Bowl. We're never going to beat New England or Pittsburgh or any of these playoff teams that are deep in the playoffs like this. We didn't deserve it. We don't even deserve to make the playoffs. I'm embarrassed to even be seen on public talking about this.
Okay, calm down. Now, Stephen, I know you're a really nice guy, man, and you know, I hate to catch this interview with you being so fired up against your team, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll try to continue on with this. I know you got a bunch of friends that are angry with the Texans, as I call them, because they just can't seem to get in the big game and win. So let me see, Stephen. How many of your friends you think, other than yourself, think the Texans are just a shit for a team never make the big game playoffs, never ever win a Super Bowl. Here was Steven's response.
Here with my band of misfits, and we'll be on here representing the Texan Nation. It'll be me, Alicia, You Rock Girl, Unlimited Productions, Texas Fanification. I know we're probably nodding our heads and shaking our heads right now and probably want to kill ourselves or much less kill someone else. But at the same time, you got to remember, with Kubiak as our head coach, it's almost expected that we weren't supposed to.
Okay. Wow, Steven. Woo, you fired up today, buddy. So tell me this. That's what I really got to know, Steven. Tell me what the Cowboys compared to your Houston Texans. Compare the two teams. Now talk about your team and tell me what you think. Don't hold back, Steven. Here's what Steven had to say.
Y'all got a great team, hands down, and there's nothing else I could say. Y'all got better players. Y'all got a better organization. Y'all got a better coach. Y'all outcoached us. Y'all outplayed us. Y'all outsmarted us. You just straight whooped our ass.
Okay. Woo, Lord have mercy. Now, Steven, I hear you griping a lot about a bunch of different things. But tell me what you think about the play calling down there in Houston, especially when you finally get into the playoff games and, working your way into it. Are you happy with the play calling, the plays they call down there in Houston at the Texas Canton Stadium? Here's what Steven had to say.
Hey, Texans fans, do you want to know a true fact about this NFL team we call the Houston Texans? They had a special on NFLnetwork.com. This is going to scare you. Out of all the teams in the NFL, you have a playbook about this thick. It looks like an Encyclopedia Britannica, full of plays, 300 to 400 plays per team, that are standard textbook NFL plays. All the plays are run by the same teams. We all have the same playbooks. Now, trick plays are separate for every team. Now, keep in the note that the average NFL team has between 40 to 60, even as high as 80 for teams like New England, of trick plays for their team. Do you want to know how many the Texans have? You want to know? Pick a number between 1 and 8. That's right. I just said it. 8 trick plays. That's all we have is 8 trick plays in our whole entire playbook. We have 8 fucking trick plays. And that's from Coach Kubiak. And guess what, Texans fans? 4 of them are shotgun plays, and the other 4 happen to be play action. Wow. And one play is designed for Matt Schaub to run an all-out pass. Hey, why didn't we ever do that play while we're down? I could see it right now.
Mercy, mercy me, Steven. Woo, you are fired up. Well, a couple more questions and I'm going to let you go because it's pretty obvious you're pretty fired up and pissed off, man. Here's another thing that I got to know this too. Will your team ever be better than just an average team, You people like to pick on my Cowboys a lot and say Tony Romo can't win the big game. Well, I ain't seen y'all win very many big games myself. But will your team ever be just better than average, just better than just enough to sell tickets at your stadium? Here was Steven's answer.
Again, because you had just proven that Matt Schaub is a fucking joke. This organization is a joke. We're selling tickets, bringing in a couple guys here and there to sell tickets or whatnot. But as far as winning the championship, never going to happen. This team is far from that. We're not even close to even being considered a deep threat of a playoff team. We're like a 8-8 wild card team at best, maybe, if that's how you.
Woo-hoo! Okay, Steven. Now you say, Steven, you're starting this little TTC, Houston Aller, Houston Texan, Houston Texacan, whatever the hell y'all call that shit down there y'all do in Houston. A little trash talking circle of friends you're putting together to get out here and get after the TTC and just and go after people. And I can dig that, man. I'm all for that. But you keep talking about the credibility of the people in your little team you're putting together to go out and do this. Well, I don't really know. You know, your credibility is pretty good with me because you did kind of pay off the bet that we made. But you have another person that you're putting into your team called Sense Angel. Now, this girl, I seen a video of her making a drinking bet. She said she was going to open the bottle of vodka. I saved the video in case I need to play this back. She was going to open the bottle of vodka, pour the 4 shots, break the seal so we know she weren't joking with us, pour the shots, drink them one after the other in a certain amount of time, and that was her bet. Well, Steve, a lot of time went by, and she never did that. And then she made this video, and it wasn't vodka. The video comes on with a tray with 4 shot glasses. It looked like it had sweet tea in it. And she's going to tell us that she was drinking whiskey. Well, Steve, do you think that credibility is kind of shot now with this girl? Because, you know, if you say you're going to do one thing and you do something else, you keep talking about your team's going to be credible and have credibility. So I'm really wondering, Steve, you know, so tell me, what is her purpose for being on your team again there, Steve? Woo, hold on for this, people. Here's Steve's answer.
Bang the living shit out of this team. Bang the living shit out of this team. Bang the living shit out of this team. Bang the living shit out of this team.
Okay. Shicky, shicky, boom, boom, bang, bang. I understand, Steve. Well, you know, it's been fun talking to you, buddy. Hopefully we'll have a few more chats again as this year progresses on. I hope you have a good year coming up, man. Please try to take that bag off your head before you suffocate yourself to death. Oh, Steve's really a nice guy, people, all jokes aside. He is a big Texan fan. He's made the national TV a couple times with his little jacket he wears. And this is only just entertainment, Steve, so don't be all butthurt about this or anything. But the interview was fun talking to you, man, and you know, terrible luck to your team next year because as a Cowboys fan, y'all always going to be the little football team that rides a little yellow bus compared to us. So, hey, it is what it is. It's fun interviewing you, Stephen, to say the least. You're comical, you're funny, and maybe we'll do this again sometime soon, man. Representing the five-time Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys. Sammy G saying cheerio, cheerio.